Hey, hello, and welcome back to Good Knit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and today is Tuesday on GKK, and we talk about loom knitting and anything else I want to announce. And today we're talking about the lookbook that came out from Yarnspirations, and there is a blog that gives you a specific link to look at that, but we're going to take a look at that lookbook today. It's like having an online magazine of ideas. It's really, really cool. You can go all the way back several months, go see all kinds of patterns. They're all free patterns. And anyway, I'm excited to show it to you today. This is so cute because who doesn't love babies? And who has been following all the giraffe birth stuff? Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. I'm going to say hello and welcome to everyone. Let me turn on a little bit more of a light here. Can you guys see me okay? Good morning, Heather. Hi, I'm glad you're here this morning. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Robin. Hi, Adam. How are you? Heather, good morning. We are here in my studio. It looks a little bit different perspective because I'm sitting at my desk. So I'm going to flip the camera here in a minute and we're going to look at this lookbook together. And I'm going to show you a little preview of what's coming out this Friday. So that'll be fun. Be sure and ask any questions that you have of me. And I'll get those answered next week all next week. My family's on spring break, so I will not be broadcasting next week, but there will be content out there. There will be a video release for you on Friday. I'm starting to release videos on Friday, whatever they may be, and I'm alternating about loom knitting and knitting and crochet, and so I hope to get those out to you every Friday, and I might pop in a few in between, but always count on them on Friday now, which is awesome, right? Anyway, I want to say hello to a few more people before we kind of dive right in. Hey, Nicole. Robin, I say hello to you. I'm so glad you're here. Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie. Martha, hello. Hi, Chris. Glad you're jumping in. Adam, oh my goodness, it's 5 p.m. in Egypt. Well, good evening to you, sir. I'm so glad you hopped on. What is going on in your neck of the woods? There are no woods there, are there? Good morning, Chris. Hey. So today, later on, be sure and check out the Annie's page, and we will be on live there, and I'll be talking about some things there, so check out Annie's, and we'll have a link later on in the broadcast. I believe Joanne will be joining us. The link for what I'm going to be showing you is on my blog. I have a blog on the new Modern Baby Nursery Lookbook that is out today, being released, and all kinds of cute goodie patterns. They're so cute, and I've already started working on something. Look at this. Look at this. It's a cloud. It's a cloud. Isn't it cute? It's this little sleepy cloud thing, and so you're gonna see it's a little pillow. And so we're going to I'm gonna show you some of these pictures here if you haven't seen it already. It's like super squishy and yummy. So let's see. I'm trying to use my mouse to click down. That's not gonna work. Let's see. Good morning. Hey, Thelma. Hey, how are you? No, there isn't, Adam. Yeah. Chris says, yay, I have an alarm set so I don't miss you on Annie's. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Hey, Robin, can't wait for the Annie's Flower Loom Crochet Live. Yeah, so I've got the flower loom. It's behind me, if you can see my bag of stuff. This is like all my leftover yarn from the actual book. And anyway, we'll be talking about the book. I'll have a Beth here, provided there's no hiccups, and we're going to rearrange some things in the studio so you can see all the things that are featured in that. So anyway, I just want to, I'm going to flip the screen here and show you guys. Ready? And here we go. This is the Modern Baby Nursery. All right. Okay, first of all, let's just get this out best. Isn't this a cutie patootie? I mean, oh my gosh, I just want to like grab their little chin and be like, oh,
You're a cutie.
So this is the new lookbook for March 2017. And this is Yarnspirations. It's a collection of 8 new baby patterns. This is the page that you see when you come up to it. It's all live. So like when you, if you're interested in something, you just hover and you get to go straight to that item. Really, really cool. The color story is the first page. Then you've got all the patterns. You can click on them to go straight there. I recommend doing this on a laptop or desktop. When you look at it on a mobile device, it's just not quite the same experience. So if you've got a moment to do that, or even go to your local library, I would suggest doing that. And then here's the yarn story to talk about more, and then more pattern information. So when you want to look at the cool, beautiful pictures, you go here, and then the pattern information is towards the back. So, hey, good morning, Joanne. We're just getting started. This is the color story, and this is talking about the calm neutrals with fruity pops of citrus and berry are the perfect notes for both boy and girl rooms. So it's no longer just a, hey, we have to have blue or pink. I mean, we've got a little blue and pink in here, but it's not necessarily the story of it all, right? Look, I mean, look how fun. What about this mobile? I mean, how cool is that? That's not a pattern that they have, but what a cool inspiration, right? We could all totally do that. All right, let's move on. All right, so this wee striped knit pullover and hat. Isn't this so cute? Y'all, I'm going to be working on this later on this month. This is going to be after I'm back from spring break, about a week or so after. This little pullover, isn't it adorable? And it's got this little extra little button part on here, this like longer toque beanie. So cute, so cute. This is a crochet baby blanket here with these cool bold stripes and blocks. Isn't that cute? And I'm just saying, these babies are quite the distraction. You can see a little pillow popping in here. Do y'all see something that looks a little like this? It's so soft and cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. You can't even see the stitches. And look at these letters. The pattern is available for the whole alphabet, not just these, and numbers 0 through 9. So you can do all the letters, and look how big they are. I mean, you can see how plush and everything they are. I mean, if you're like a minimalist household and you really have no choice, I mean, you could seriously just make all of these. And how cool would this be to make them up for nurseries and other people, like play areas and stuff, as a gift for people? I mean, how cool would this be to like make them up for places that take care of kids during the day, your local places around you, churches or whatnot. So fun. And then this crochet crochet hoodie here. It's so cozy, comfortable. Look at this big old, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Little big buttons and the big hood and the pom-pom. And then look at this little guy peeking through. Isn't it cute? It's so sweet. This pillow. So we're going to do this pillow. He's coming up here soon. Hashtag naps. Okay, how modern is that? Like, yeah, let's do some naps, man. I see this blanket being used like when mom and dad are super tired, and dad grabs this quick snapshot of mommy with the blanket over her and she's zonked out too, because that's gonna happen. Or dad, because you know that's gonna happen. And this little pillow is still peeking through. Where is this guy? This is using, by the way, this is using Karen Simply Soft and charcoal, heather and off-white. And let me go back. I'm going to tell you what the other one is. Well, I'll go back here in a second. And this little cute one, this is the Royalty Play Crowns, and these are crochet. And it's got this cute shell stitch they've done, and look at the pop of color. Isn't that adorable? And then these are the little crochet letters behind it. Aren't they adorable? They're just these little faces. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then this is oh, by the way, this is an easy pattern. And they're using off-white, fuchsia, gray, heather, and chartreuse. Of course, Kristen's one of her favorite colors. speaking of myself in third person. This is perfect crochet play rug. Let me zoom out a little bit. I'm a little bit far in. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, there they are. Look at the little knit pillows down here. Aren't they adorable? These are so cute. These are, now this one right here that they're showing is, this is Bernat baby blanket. This is in the sand, and then the vanilla, and then the baby pink for this kitty cat. So you've got your play rug here. I can imagine that you could tweak it and make it into a puppy dog or something if you wanted to. So adorable. And then here's the pillow. Isn't it sweet? Aren't these pillows so sweet? Because really, I mean, they can be used like anytime. It doesn't have to be like a crib. I mean, most of them recommended you don't put them in a crib, but how fun would that be to just have laying on the floor? And they can grow with them. And you could flip it over and you could have a bright open up face, or it's just blank on the other side. So you can have a face on either side. And we'll have the link up here in a little bit. This right here, this is the yarn store. These soft and fluffy yarns are the perfect choice for your baby's room. You've got Bernat baby blanket here. This is Bernat softy baby. And then you've got the pipsqueak, which is this white that's lining it. The pipsqueak is like this. It's like real plush and yummy. And then the softy baby chunky. And then this one in here is the Simply Soft. I like how they wrapped the letters. This is kind of fun, right? Like just taking some letters. I mean, you can just cut out cardboard and make your baby's name. Wouldn't that be a fun thing? And you could do that for like a baby shower and wrap it in the yarn. And then they could like hang it up later. And then right here in the end is the pattern information on all these things that were on here. So this one we're going to work on later on this month. This is the Wee Stripes knit pullover and hat. And I'll just talk about some of the main functions of this. Not work up the entire sweater, the pullover. And then we're going to do the hat though as a tutorial. And then it is sized to fit 6 months to 24 months. And on the sweater measurement there, and even the hat as well. And then it's using a US size 4 or 3.5 millimeter, and then also US 6 and 4 millimeter needles. The log cabin crochet baby blanket is real cute. If you were to make this on the loom, they're made in pieces. So like you're knitting the front and the back and then the sleeves separately. It's supposed to be a raglan, but it's actually not, I mean, not done that way. So you could make them in separates. And because of the size, a US 4, let me get my handy dandy book out here. The 4 would be a, it's going to fall in the fine gauge category. So if you have a 1/4 inch item, like if you've got one that's from Cindywood Looms or your Kiss Loom, you can make that on there. Let's see, let's go. And then that's how you download the pattern. Let me see if I can move this. I didn't realize it's out of the frame. Here's these pillows here. And again, it comes with like the whole alphabet. And then numbers 0 through 9. And they're using the Karen Simply Soft. The colors here that they're showing is pumpkin, royal blue, cool green, fuchsia, purple, gold, to do those different colors that they're showing there. And of course there's a million other color, not a million, but there's a whole bunch of other colors. Oh, hello. Oh, that's popping up. Got all kinds of alerts coming up. So, and then this is the hoodie that we were seeing. That one's crochet. That one's crochet. These are all crochet. I'm hoping that they'll have some knit in some of those other ones, but these are in the easy category. And then the naps one is crochet. If you wanted to do this in knitting, you could be inspired by this knitting one and make your own. And then this hashtag naps, I've got a video on the duplicate stitch. So if you wanted to stitch this on top and put that hashtag on it, you totally could do that. And then this little crown over here would be really cute. Let me flip over. And there it is. Okay, so this is the pillow that I'll be doing. And this is called Head in the Clouds, and it's an easy pillow. It's on needles. And then I'll be going over all of the increases and decreases to make this cloud. And that's using a US 9 or 5.5 millimeter knitting needles. And then you'll need stuffing and about 10 yards of Bernat Super Saver Black for the face. But this Pipsqueak is the main yarn, and it calls for 2 balls of it. And I'm able to, the 2 balls of it is actually, I think it's to make 3 pillows. So, cause I've got this much left and I've already done one side. So you could actually make 1 pillow from the 1 ball and still have plenty left. And, anyway, so I can't wait to see what you guys work on. When you download the pattern, you just click on download the pattern, and then there it is. It goes directly to the page. Isn't it cute? Not everything's crochet. The knit pullover and the hat were combined in something, so that's actually 2 patterns. And then you have the cloud. I think they're going to be having more knit patterns. You got to be able to let them know that you'd like to see more knit patterns. And I will be, we can also go back and then see other older ones too. And some of them, I think they're taking some, like the Pebble Pop Knit Pillow that was so popular last year. They had a crochet version, and so this year they had made the knit version. And so I think it's due to request. So be sure and make your request known. So anyway, when you download this pattern here, it goes here, and then you get to see the pattern. It's going to tell you all the different techniques you're going to need. It does knit 2 together, make 1. We'll work on SSK, which is the slip knit, and we'll be working these stitches together. And I'm going to actually make, because this yarn is harder to see with, like here, I'm going to get some yarn in the face here. See this yarn right here? This is what you're working with. And so I'm going to work it in another yarn as well so that you can really see the stitches. But this is in the easy category, and it does use this US 9 needle. It's Bernat Pipsqueak, and we'll be doing this on Friday. And so I'll be going over all of that, and it goes over row by row. It even shows you how to do some of the face stuff. Oops. Right there, embroidery style. And then it even has a chart. Whoops. And so if you're working on the loom, you can use this chart. So if you want to use the 9 on a loom, let me flip back to me so we can chat. Hey, so oops. If you're interested in doing this on the loom, getting my book out so I can just look at it. The 9 should fall in the 1/2 inch or regular gauge category. You can also make a large gauge loom work as well. So anywhere from your center peg to center peg measurements, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, or 11/16. So you could do it on any one of those. The pattern calls for at the most, just so you know how many pegs you need, the cast on is 43 stitches. And so if you wanted to work this on a loom that has at least 43 stitches, you're not gonna, actually no. No. It's gonna be more than that because it increases. So hold on a second. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. So 10 more than that. So you're going to want 53. So as long as you have 53 pegs on your loom, then that will work. So the 48 peg Nifty Knitter is going to be a little short. on your peg count. So if that's the one you're looking at doing, then that's not going to be enough for you. If you're using the all-in-one loom, you'll have plenty of pegs. If you are using the Afghan loom, plenty of pegs. You'd have to use like a big round loom from Cindywood Looms if you're using a 1/2 inch, something that has at least, 53 pegs. So anyway, there are a lot of crochet patterns this month, being crochet month. Let me scroll through and see. You guys had questions, so I wanted to run through that whole thing first, and then I'll come and look at your stuff. Good morning, Katie. Hey, Angie. Joanne says, I wish this had come out a week earlier. I have a baby shower this weekend, and the patterns are adorable. Oh, Joanne. Yeah, Katie, I love knitting baby things. Hi, Alicia. Yeah, if you guys want, you're welcome to, if you ever want to knit up baby stuff and you have nobody to give it to, I can receive it and take it to Embrace Grace, because they have the baby shower, and they would give stuff to ladies who are having their first babies, who found themselves in an unplanned pregnancy, but they want to have their babies, and they go through training and help, and then we have a big celebration shower, and I like them to have something handmade, because they may or may not have support at home, or their family, and so I help with that. And so if you ever want to give to Embrace Grace and make baby stuff because you just love it, I'm your girl. Just send it to me and I'll get it to them. I get an advance list for it, and the next shower is April 11th. So I like to try and kind of get it done by the end of April, beginning of April, so I can send it to them. Let's see. Joanne, hashtag, love the hashtag blankie. Yeah, you can totally see dad snoozing on the couch and the mom throw the blanket on the baby and the dad, and it's like hashtag naps. The talk about modern baby. Be sure and go to gooddaykisses.com and hit the blog, and it's got the modern baby on there. The lookbook link is through there, so if you want to see our little blog on that, it doesn't have every picture, and then but it's got a link to the lookbook. If you're ever like, I can't find this thing, just go to Good Knit Kisses and search for a lookbook. If you can't find the thing, you can search for all kinds of things on the Good Knit Kisses page. It's a wealth of information. So if you're not sure where to go to goodknitKisses.com and click on the search bar and just type like a keyword and you'll find it. Hey, Carol, I see you hopped on. Hey, Jewel Fly. Chris, oh, you like the cat face? Yeah. Elizabeth says, I can't wait for your broadcast from Annie's. Yay, thank you. I can't wait for Beth to get here. She should be here hopefully in a half hour. Yeah, Nicole, we'll have the link soon if she hasn't put it up already. You like the pillows, Chris? Hey, good morning, Crystal. Alicia says, hashtag naps is my initial to her name. Oh, love the cat pillow for preteen. Oh, awesome. Okay, Chris says, I saw Pipsqueak at Joann's the other day. Really nice yarn. Yeah, it's really cute. So look how well it looks like the cloud. Like it forms this cloud form really well. I mean, you can't see the stitches. So, it's like you're making this really big cohesive fabric. Like, wow, you knit that up? Like, wow, that's amazing. I mean, it's pretty incredible. But yeah, it starts smaller. And then it starts getting bigger, and then it makes a curve. I'm upside down right now, and that makes this curve, and then on the different sides it kind of goes in and out. And so there's a whole chart. So if you're a loom knitter, you can just go by the chart. It's really nice. You have a lot less purling to do on a loom. Elizabeth said, okay, let's see. Oh, there's the link. Thank you, Joanne. You wish the hoodie was knit. Well, you can get inspiration from the Yarnspirations lookbooks. I mean, you can, yeah. Be sure and the lookbooks are great to pull inspiration from, and then take those patterns and the yarn. I mean, because you could take the yarn and take the pattern and then kind of make your own knit one out of that. So if you like to just be inspired, that's a great place to go. Just go to the yarnspirations.com and go click on lookbooks, or go to that main link that she gave you, but then you can go to the main page, Yarnspiration, and look at all the lookbooks. And yeah, You might get lost for the day, though. Just warning. Yeah. Jewelfly. Oh, you used a pipsqueak? You used pipsqueak on a skunk you made? Oh, cool. Yeah, it is super soft. Yeah, the striped sweater and the cloud are both knit. So is that little beanie, that toque that they had. Beth started calling me. I'm like, I'm on the broadcast. Sorry, a little bit of a delay in the broadcast there for a second. Elizabeth says, I belong to a women's group through my church, and we make baby layette for newborn babies. These new baby items are perfect for additional gifts. Yeah, the pillow's really cute. That'd be cute for that. You know, my grandmother used to have, I'm thinking, here's my funny thought. So you could probably take the pillow and leave one end open, and actually just make the bottom part, and then maybe install a zipper, and then use that for stuffing like an extra a blankie, or an extra pair of PJs, just some like white PJs or something. So if the kids come over and nap or whatnot, or stay over kind of last minute, a cotton blankie, you could do a crochet like flat blankie that has the edges done, and then stuff it in the pillow. That would be a good little overnight pillow to take. Just saying, that might be kind of fun. A little play on that. My grandmother had one that was it was a ladybug, and then we unzipped this portion, and then we could pull out this little pair of little jammies. So that was a neat thing. I was thinking with these pillows, it would be really fun, especially if there's like 3 to knit. Like if you take 2 balls and you can knit 3. We have 3 kids in our house, and so I'm like, that's gonna be kind of a fun thing. Let's see. Chris says it's National Craft Month, and yet Joanne's doing another make-along only crochet. Oh, yeah. S-Loom, yeah, you can make it on the S-Loom, you guys. Tamby, 10 grandsons. I think they love the pillows. I need to try loom knitting some. Yeah, totally. Yeah, the loom knitting ones. You just, yeah, you could make them very easily on a loom. I don't see why you couldn't. Chris says, I keep hearing it's crochet month, but I thought it was National Craft Month. Yeah. Lori, is there so many national whatever? I'm telling you. Oh, Beth is telling me what time she's leaving. Okay. No, she can't be. That can't be right. That's not okay. She's not going to be here in time. She won't be here in time. Okay, so I better hop off the broadcast here in a minute and chat with her. Oh, her ETA is 10:45. Okay, good. I was like, wait a minute, she's leaving at 10:45? Okay, sorry. You don't need to know all that, but I'm getting these notifications coming up. I'm like, no, Beth, you'll miss the broadcast. Let's see. I want her on it with you guys. Is yarn easier to work with on knit than to crochet? You know, I will say this. Where did the yarn go? Hang on. I have my project bag right here. This yarn right here, Pipsqueak, here's the thing about it. It has multiple strands in it, and you can't see that here, but when you're working with it, it has like these, if you were to split it, you know, with your needles, there's multiple strands. I think it would be easy to work on the loom, because the nice part is the stitches just stay on those needles until you're ready to work that over. And if you have to go backwards, I think it might be even easier. But with crochet, I can see getting lost in the crochet with the Pipsqueak. But the loom knitting this, it seems like it would be really easy. This is knit as flat panels. Okay, so you work the bottom, you increase, you kind of work part of this cloud, you decrease a little bit, and then you increase a little bit on one side, and then you know, like there's sometimes where you just go straight. All the rows that say purl, you're gonna knit. So all the wrong side rows are all purl. So all wrong side rows, all the even rows are all knit. So super easy, and then follow the instructions. So if you're loom knitting, I just want you to know This is going to be super simple for you to make. Like, really. And now my mother called. You guys, this is like phone call city. Oh my word. Okay. Cassid says, hello from Wyoming, where the wind is blowing like crazy. I thought that was Chicago. Well, I just blew in from the windy city. The windy city is mighty pretty, but they got what we got. Oh gosh. Oh, Elizabeth says my group supports Birthright, which is exactly like Embrace Grace. We have a baby shower for the women. Sweet. Oh, thank you for the link, Joe. Good morning, Teresa. Alicia says, I wish the hashtag Nax blanket was loom knit so I can do this for my mom. Yeah, you can make, but see, you can make a, get the yarn they have, put it on the loom, make it, you know, you're just going to color change at the border on the ends. And then, you could even like make the main part in the main solid color and then, add the border on after, like hang it back on and then work the border, like a 10 stitch and like add it as you go. You can even do like the duplicate stitch and add the hashtag part on top. And, if you get tired of the hashtag part, you can always take that duplicate stitch off. So that would be a way to do it. I would do, rather than the crochet blanket, like I would do that if you like the hashtag thing, but you're like, I'm not really sure if I want that always there. That's the cool part about the duplicate stitch on a knit blanket, because it follows the stitches and stuff. So you would just have to get your needle out and start kind of pulling that out. And that would be easy to take out later if you decide, oh, that's just too trendy and I want to take that out. I look at future stuff too. Like, I'm like, how will I want this in 10 years? Mickey says for the cloud, can you work from the bottom to the top? Yes, that's how you work it. You work bottom to top. And, yeah, by the end of the cloud, you have like 10 stitches is it 10 stitches at the top? I'm looking. It's like, yeah, it's like 10 stitches at the top and then you bind off. So yeah, Heather, you could do that on the S loom. It's really not going to take that many stitches though. I mean, it's less than 60 stitches. So if you wanted to, you could. You would just use kind of the end of one so that you're not like having to finagle through the whole thing. Jackie says, I miss the love your broadcast. I know you said you could loom knit the blanket, so I'll catch the replay. Wondering, do you follow the pattern exactly or do you do changes? Yeah. Okay. So anytime you convert a pattern, let me get the pattern out for loom knitting. So like say you're looking at this pattern here. If you have a chart in a needle pattern like this, you use the chart. So, so if it has like you look at the key and, oh, this is going to be backwards. Okay. Well, this is backwards. Writing's backwards. Sorry, but I'm going to tell you what it says. So if it has this blank, square, it means knit. And so look, all these stitches are knit on the loom. Because this is showing what's on the right side for needles. So if you are if you're working needles, then every other row, you have to work the opposite stitch, okay, on the wrong side. So here it says, knit on RS rows, right side, purl on wrong side rows. But that instruction, that second part, is for needles or when you're working on a flat panel in needles. If you're working in the round on needles, it's all right side. So anyway, yours is going to look like this and you're going to follow the instructions. And so you start, it says start here, and then you start your row 1 and you knit all the way down. And then you do 2 and then you work all the way down. When you get to 3, you have these increases, okay? And you're working back and forth. So the charts are really nice. So when you get knit patterns with charts, you can just work from that. And it tells you in the key what you're supposed to be doing. So what you're supposed to be doing is you knit 2 together, or you're making 1, or you're slip knit, which is basically knitting 2 together on the loom, just from a different direction. So it's just the way you do it on the needles. And it won't matter if you put the wrong stitch on top of the other stitch on this pattern, because you're not going to even see it in if you're like, which one do I put on top? Do I put this one first or this one first on top of this other one? I'm knitting to the stitches together. Don't worry about it. Just move the stitches inward, knit them together, and then knit that last stitch. So anyway, pretty simple on the loom, which is awesome. So if you are looking at the instructions, my instructions say first row RS knit. That means all the even rows are the wrong side. So all the wrong side, you do the opposite stitch. So this one just says second and alternate rows to 42nd row is purl. The only row in here that changes is on that 42nd row. It's actually on the 44th row because it goes through the 42nd. Then you cast off 8 stitches and then you purl to the end of the row. So the only change is that you're casting off 8 stitches on that other purl row. So all the other rows, I mean, technically you're purling the row. It's just that you're having to cast off. That's the extra instruction on that row. And then the rest of it, it's always purl, but that's for knitting. So in loom knitting, you're just gonna cast off 8 stitches and then you're gonna knit to the end instead of purling. So that's it. It's pretty sweet, actually. Oops, you've answered my question. Well, I answered it twice then. Lori, oh, you tried crochet and didn't love it, but we'll try the loom. Chrissy says, I'd much rather loom pipsqueak than crochet. Yeah, unless it was half double crochet or something. Yeah, I wouldn't, no, especially for this pattern. It's nice. You could totally loom knit it. I'm just showing it on needles because I told them I would. But yeah, you could totally do this on the loom. Easy sneezy. Jackie, so you work the wrong side rows, just the opposite. Yep. Heather, make the letters, whatever you want. Yeah. Joanne, I may try the loom knit hashtag nap levy. Oh, for the weekend. Yeah. Okay. Sweet. Thank you. Alicia, thanks, Joanne. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, that'd be cool. Chrissy says, so do needle charts never alternate showing right side and wrong side rows? No, they don't. They don't ever like show it because like they're supposed to, let me flip the camera so I can show you. So here is, golly, why does it keep asking for my password? Okay, so here is a chart, and let's see if I can get a pencil here. So, it has to show it, like the way charts are, it's supposed to show it how it's supposed to turn out. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be digitized looking. It's going to be smooth. Like, here's this one. I think this is my right side. So, like, this is what it looks like here. See that? So obviously it's going to be smooth. Okay. And then this is this side. And you can see how like I've bound off. That was that 44th thing. So I bound off those stitches. And so this is kind of smoother on this side. See, it's kind of elongated here. See how that's taller? And so, but it always shows all the right side stitches on the chart. And when it's a flat panel, they will always tell you for needles. Oh, you can't see that, can you? They'll always tell you, okay, so knit, like this is the box, this is what you want to look at. And you're going to knit on the right side rows and then purl on the wrong side rows. But it shows it with all these empty boxes here. So if you saw either a dash or a dot, it just depends on the software program that they use, then it would be a knit or purl. These here, let me zoom in. Zoom in. Is it gonna let me zoom in? Okay. Okay, can you see? Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Oh, that's as far as I can go. Okay, do you see how this knit two together looks like this sort of carrot? It's kind of a like a cat ear, okay? And then this one's more like a down arrow. And this is like a cat ear that's angled the other way. So this is like a right side cat ear. This is a left side cat ear. So when I come over here, if I see a right side cat ear, I'm knitting these two together. And then over here, I'm seeing a left side because this is a left leaning. So this is an SSK or slip slip knit. And so it's left leaning. Right leaning is K2 knit two together, and left leaning is a slip slip knit. And so it's showing me those different ones. But the make one looks like this upside down triangle. It's kind of open-ended. So where the make ones are is where you see this increase. And this is down here. And so you see like it started off here, okay, but we had to get wider. And we go all the way back, and then we're like, oh, we got to get wider. So we knit the first stitch, and then we increase. And then we knit another stitch, and then we increase. That's why it pops 2 over here. And then you go down here, and then you make another again, and then you knit, and then you make another again, and then you knit. And then you basically reinforce it with a bunch of knit stitches on a loom. But on needles, you're having to purl. And then the same thing. So this is making it again, okay? And then when it starts decreasing, see how it changes slightly? And then these are left-leaning decreases, and over here it's a right-leaning decrease. So that's how that works. Yeah, Chris says it's kind of a bummer that needle charts don't show both rows. It can get kind of confusing and complicated in things like laser cables, because if you're used to looking at crochet charts, they can be totally muddling. Yeah, I know. And all the charts aren't created equal, so... Didn't love crochet. What? Huh? What, Christy? So anyway, anyway, I hope that was helpful. But yeah, reading a chart in my book, if you do catch my book or you have my book, I do talk about, chart reading. And let me see if I've got the page. Okay, so I have this thing, and when you work the pyramid stitch, and I talk about flat. Okay, so I talk about reading charts and how to work it flat and circular, and how to look at those, and how they're written slightly different, and how the chart might look slightly different. See? And so this is I know it's backwards, but this is for flat panel, and then on the other side is circular. And so anyway, so I just talk about what the difference is on that. And like when you have multiples and stuff like that, if you have to add a +1 or +2 and like what that means. And so I kind of walk you through that. And I have like homework if you choose to have the homework. So anyway, Joanne says, I've become a huge fan of charts for loom knitting. Yeah, it's really handy. Some charts are really complicated. It just depends on the pattern. Yeah, Christy, I get why they show the right side only to show the idea of the finished product, but for following along and having to flip the meaning of those symbols, every other row would be overwhelming. No, because that's not the whole pattern. The pattern is actually spelled out written wise, but the chart is showing you what it actually looks like. And I mean, you could even color your chart as you go along and say, okay, I did this little part too, and you could color that in. So it's just another way of looking at it. Yeah. So it's just supposed to be like what it's supposed to look like from the front. Anyway, what else? Lori. Oh, this is your last day to watch until you get your vacation spot? Okay, cool. Well, I'll be on vacation next week, so I won't be broadcasting. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up, but I will be on Annie's with Beth Ham. We'll be showing the flower loom and talking about the book, and we'll be on the Annie's Facebook page. Broadcasting, provided everything's good to go. I'm about to set up, and I'm going to put all the samples together to show you the stuff from the book. And anyway, I look forward to seeing you. I'll be back on tomorrow for the knitting stuff in the morning, and I'll be working on that cloud pillow, and that will come out on Friday. Again, every Friday we're posting videos on Good Knit Kisses YouTube page, so if you want to be sure and subscribe and hit the little bell icon, make sure you get notifications so you get the notification that you did get that something did come out. It will go to your email inbox and or show up on your little YouTube suggested video page. So go to goodknitkisses.com youtube.com, and you can check out how to subscribe to my YouTube page, or just go to YouTube, which is youtube.com/goodknitkisses, and click that subscribe button and edit the notifications so that you can get those. So anyway, all right. Well, I'm so glad that you guys came along today. Thanks for joining me. I will see you later. Have a great day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone.